Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought that we would take a little trip to the Dollar General and see what new holiday Christmas items we can find. So first off, I had to share the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. These are adorable. If you are into crafting or junk journaling, these packages would be so perfect for a junk journal. Starting off, I wanted to share all of their ornaments. Now, I noticed that most of them are at a $2 price point, but some of them are still at $1. Now, the first two were made of plastic. The little snowman with joy on it is made of metal. This one felt like it was made of like wood and plastic. And then I saw two of these. One of them says peace, and this is wooden. And then they also had this one here that says joy. They also had this one here, and the front felt like a plastic enamel, and then the back was wooden. It was kind of cool. They did have two different designs of this particular style, which I thought were really nice. They are larger ornaments. Then I saw these adorable little puppy ornaments. They have the two beads up on top, which I thought was a really cool little accent to them. They had the boy and the girl, and I just thought that those were precious. And then I saw that they had the snowflakes in the green and red as well. These are also wood, and they have like that mirrored look to the front of them. Now these little nutcrackers are actually not little. They are big. They have that same acrylic texture to the front. They are wooden. I saw two different nutcrackers. And then I saw the mouse from the actual movie, which I thought was really nice. These are actually great quality for $2. I did see these two different Santa Claus ornaments. This one was pretty nice, you guys. This one was $2. Very nice quality. I loved all the little accessories that he had. I'm sorry, it was $3. Then we have this one here. Now, this one I wouldn't suggest getting. It's a really hollow plastic, and you can see his nose is dented. Then they had this metal Noel ornament, which I thought was pretty, and they also had initials with bells on them. I thought that this little candy ornament was really cute. It is a hollow plastic for only $1. Then they did have these bells, and what I really loved about the bells is that they have the little charm above it, and they have different charms, and these were only $1. So this one is a star, and then they also had the Christmas tree. They did have these little trees with the bells at the bottom. Those were only $1, and they also had this hanging bell that had 4 different bells for $1. They did have the 6-piece of icicles for $1. This one was the white with glitter, and they also had this one that is clear. Then they had these really pretty glittery like princess carriages. They reminded me of Cinderella. These are actually heavy duty. They're not super cheap feeling. I didn't really notice too much fallout, but these were only $1, and you get one per pack. They also had these little metal snow ornaments. Kind of just doing an overview to see if I see anything new. And so this is something that I didn't notice last time. This is also only $1. It's the little snowman ornaments, and they had these. I thought these would be kind of fun to craft with if you took them apart, but they're $2. Now this was a plastic piece, and I thought it was really pretty. It's like a hard plastic, iridescent. That one was $2. They have the set of 2 pine cones. They had it in gold and silver, which were only $1. And they are plastic, even though they look like glass. I'd actually prefer the plastic ones just because you know they're not going to break. Now this was really pretty to me. This was $12, and it lights up, and I just thought it would look so nice on a bookshelf or sitting somewhere on a shelf. Thought it was really pretty. Not bad for $12. And it does run off of batteries. Now, any of the items that you see that I'm kind of skipping over, it's just because I have already shared those items in a video with you guys. Then they had these cute little nutcrackers. Now, these are wooden nutcrackers. The ones at Dollar Tree are plastic. These are a little bit smaller, and the mouths do not open. But I actually thought that they were really cute, and they were only $1. I think I liked the fact that they were wooden. So they only had the 3 different characters. Then I just wanted to share this scented dough with you. It was $2. These are perfect to put in your little ones, your grandchildren's stockings. Great for stocking stuffers. You can put the whole pack or you could break them up. I think that that's what's great about it is you can break them up if you have 4 kids or 4 grandchildren. You know, they don't have to have the whole pack. I did see these small Christmas tree toppers. I thought that these were really cool. They had several different characters to choose from, and they were made of fabric and they're hollow on the inside so that they'll sit on the top of the tree. But these were only $3. I thought that that was actually a great deal. Then I saw this really pretty plate, and this is so cool because what it is, it's called the giving plate. So say you bake cookies, you put them on there, you take it to a friend or family, you leave it with them, and then they are supposed to make something, put it on it, give it to someone else. So it's just supposed to be a plate that's, you know, to pass around throughout your friends and family circles. Then I saw these little tabletop decor pieces that I thought were pretty cute. These were only $2. I also saw this, which I thought was really nice. It is ceramic. I had to do the nail test, you guys, to hear the material that it was made of, and it's actually ceramic, and I thought it was pretty nice for $3. I also saw these little miniature light up Christmas trees that I thought were adorable. They're $3. They ran off of batteries, and I saw it in green and white. They remind me of the ceramic ones that, you know, used to be hand painted back in the day. My mom and dad actually had one. Those were plastic though. And then they had these acrylic clear Christmas trees. These were only $3. They were a decent size, and what I loved about them is they changed colors. I thought that that would be so pretty sitting somewhere in the house as decorations, and it is ran by battery as well. Now these 3 Christmas tree decor pieces are made of like it reminded me of velour. I did want to mention that the white one had some of the red, I think, from the other Christmas trees rubbing on it. So just kind of be aware of that. The larger one was $10. They had each size in different colors. Then they had this medium one that was 5 and this small one, which was 2. So I thought that the set was really pretty. I keep saying really pretty, but I really saw a lot of nice items, you guys, on this trip. I had to show the snow globes and I had to share them while I had the snow falling. They did have 3 different designs at this particular Dollar General, but they may have them somewhere else that has more. Now, these were $10 and they do not play music. I saw this cute little dog stocking for $8. Now, I do want to mention that I don't think it was worth $8, maybe 5. If the whole stocking was made of that fuzzy material, I think it would have been worth the 8. I was surprised to see that they had nutcrackers, and these are actually working nutcrackers that are wooden. Now, the quality of them weren't like top tier, but they were really nice for the money. I think that they were $8 each. They had 3 different designs to choose from. They had this hunting nutcracker. They also had this chef nutcracker, which I thought was pretty cool. If you know anybody in your family that is a baker or a chef, I thought that this would be such a great gift. Now, I think that these miniature snow globes were probably one of my favorite things that I saw here. The Santa is so adorable. These were only $6. They are ran off of a battery. But honestly, $6 I think was such a great deal. They're battery operated, which is really convenient. So you can put them anywhere in your house. They had several different designs. This cute little gingerbread. They had the snowman. I think that that one was my favorite. A couple of them didn't light up. I think the dog, I think the snowman did, but I think it was the dog and the penguin that does not light up. But look at how adorable this little puppy is. And they had this really cute penguin. Then going over to the gift wrap, I saw this novelty bag for $2. It's kind of like a canvas bag. And then they also had this one. They only had the 2 different designs here. I had to share this wreath with you guys. It was actually really nice in person. It was $18, really lush and thick. It wasn't a huge wreath, but probably the perfect size, I would think. But $18 is a great buy. They also had two different garlands. These are beaded garlands. They are 5 foot each. This one is a snowflake one, and then they also had this candy one behind. The snowflake one really reminded me of Frozen, the Disney movie. That's what I thought of when I first saw it. They also had this ornament storage box that was $10. It actually felt pretty sturdy and heavy duty. Now, I'm not sure what it feels like when you open it up, but it holds 64 ornaments. It has a lid, it has a divider, it also has that little clear window in the front so you can see the inside. I loved this mixing bowl. This you could definitely get for your own house, or you can gift this and put things inside. Maybe you have somebody that loves baking, or a kid in your family, somebody who's buying a new home or renting. You can definitely set this up as a gift, like a little gift set. And I saw this. I thought that this was really nice. This is a birch tree. Now, it feels like it's wrapped with some sort of tape, but I think if you turned it on, it would look really pretty. It was $10 and it's battery operated. And this you could definitely have up throughout winter, not just Christmas time. They also had this gift wrap organizer for $5, which I thought was great. I did see just this one style of Christmas solar lights. Each of them were only $1, you guys. So I thought that that was a great steal. They had some of these little shelf sitters, which I thought were nice. They were made of wood. I loved how they had the little Santa hat on top because it kind of gives it different textures. They also had glitter and beads. Now, this was really cute, you guys. This is just like a shadow box with little trees. This was only $3. They had these little snowflakes in these two different designs for $2. They had this little shelf sitter. We believe in Santa Paws. I thought that that was adorable, only $2. They also had this shelf sitter, says Merry Christmas. I thought this was pretty cute, but I definitely don't think it was worth $10. Then I saw this cute little Christmas countdown for $5, and the little Christmas tree moves along the numbers here to count down your days for Christmas. Those are always so fun for kids. They had this design as well, but it was just the two designs that I saw at this specific Dollar General. Then they had these little wooden decor pieces. These were $2 as well. They only had the two different designs here with the snowman and the candy cane. And then they had these little snowmen with the initials. Moving on, I saw these adorable little decorative figures. These are moose. They are just standing moose. They don't do anything. They don't light up. They're heavy duty and they're $30. They had the two different designs. Then they had this cute little penguin and he actually lights up. I thought he was adorable. He's holding a little banner that says snow and he was $15. He'd be really cute sitting next to maybe like a fireplace or a stairway, maybe down at the bottom off to the side. Then I saw this Santa Claus. He was a pretty decent size and he was pretty heavy. He was just a standing Santa. He was $28. I don't know. I feel like his face looks a little different. Doesn't really look like Santa Claus to me, but I really liked this snowman blow mold. I thought that he was pretty cool. This is one that you definitely do need to put a light in the back of it. So it would need like an extension cord outside. And I just thought he was really cool. I thought he looked pretty nice and he was $25. Now this one here is just like the little penguin. It lights up. I thought he was pretty cute, but I think I like the penguin a little bit better. Moving on, I saw all of these new items from Dolly Parton's line here at the Dollar General. If you've never been to Dollar General, you definitely should check out her line. Every season she comes out with something really cute. So this measuring cup is $8. And then these little signs here, there were two of them. They're like little wooden plaques, kind of like what you find at Dollar Tree, but these are $2 as well. She also had these cute little oven mitts that are in the shape of gingerbread. I love how the front is different from the back. This here was $4. Now this here is a runner, and I thought it was really nice because it's quilted, so it looks pretty cool. But this one here was $12. She also had these wooden plaques out. They are a little bit on the larger side, but these are going for $5. And then this one back here, I think is the last wooden plaque I saw. Deck the Halls with Songs of Dolly, and these are $5 as well. I loved this pillow. I thought it looked vintage. I love the ruffling around it. I thought that was super cute. I love the colors. I just thought it was really adorable. Then she has this wooden spoon, which I thought was really pretty. And she also had a few different ceramic mugs. I loved the style of this mug. The handle's very big, but this here was $6. Now you can always put together a little gift set, like with that mixing bowl that I shared. That was a Dolly branded mixing bowl a little bit earlier, but you can buy any of these little wooden spoons. She has these coffee mugs. You could even get one of the plaques to stick inside. Then she also has these cute little cookie cutters. What makes this cookie cutter set is the back, the tree. It does it all. She also has this PEVA tablecloth. So this is like that thick plastic that's washable. Well, not to put in your washer, but for you to hand wash, to clean off the top of it. You guys know what I mean. I hope you do. Then I saw these really cute little Lazy Susans. Now these are glass. So the top portion is glass, the base is plastic. But these were so nice. A woman even came up and was like, wow, that's really nice. So we talked for a little bit. But isn't that pretty? Moving on to another aisle, I saw these cute little wooden dogs. These are only $1. I thought that they were adorable, especially for $1. You guys know how hard it is to find things for $1 these days. I also saw this pretty little shelf sitter. I thought that that was nice for $6. But this one is one of my other favorite things that I saw at this trip to the Dollar General. I just thought this was so pretty. So those are battery operated candles. This was $12, and I definitely think I would pay $12 for that. I thought that it looked really nice. Could have that on your fireplace mantle in the center. Oh, that would look so pretty. Then I just wanted to share some of their dollar items, some of their little treat bags. They also had some activity sets, and I'm pretty sure everything that I'm about to share is $1 or $2. Now these here are decorative stickers. They had these little wooden sets. I'm kind of bummed to see that these are $2 and not only $1. They also had some tags. These were only $1 for 12. It's still really hard to see the higher prices, but I think I need to stop living in the past, you guys, because whenever I see things for $2 and $3, it's so sad. The good old days when everything was $1, right? They also had these really cute little beaded ornaments. I thought that that would be fun for an activity for little ones. They also had these little gift bags, a set of 2. These are $3.50. And they also had this set here. They have 2 different bags per set, so you're not getting the same bag. Here's just some of their gift bags that they have, and these range in price. Here are some really cute little vintage tags. At least they give me vintage vibes. Those were only $1. They also have some tissue paper. You only get 5 tissue papers for $1 though. So maybe if you got just a pack of plain tissue paper and maybe picked 2 different packs of this, you can intertwine them together and save a little bit of money that way. I just thought this bag was adorable. It made me think of junk journaling. It was $1. This again caught my eye. This was probably my second favorite bag, but this was $3. I don't think I would have spent $3 on this bag. I'd go to the Dollar Tree. They also had really nice wrapping paper. So you get 100 square feet for $3. I thought that that was a great deal. Now, I'm not quite sure how Dollar General's quality of their wrapping paper is, if it's thicker or thinner. I know Dollar Tree's is on the thinner side. For me, I don't really care though, because you know the kids are just going to rip through the paper anyways. But it does make it a little bit harder when you are wrapping presents sometimes when it's thinner. So just depending on what you like. I thought 100 square feet for $3 was great. Now these smaller rolls have 30 square feet and these are only $1. So again, cheaper here at the Dollar General. I didn't see as many choices as the Dollar Tree has, but you save a quarter, or actually I think it's 50 cents now. You save 50 cents per roll. If I'm right, I think that wrapping paper for holidays is now $1.50. Here are some of their larger packs of their plain tissue paper. So here you get 50 of them for $3. This is the pack of red and green. And then they also have the pack of 50 in just the plain white. And that's $3. I thought that this was nice. 28 greeting cards. This is more of like a Christian faith base. You get this variety in this pack and it's only $3. That I feel is a great buy. They also had this really fun set. You again get 28 per box, and this is the variety that you get in this pack. I think that that's pretty awesome. $3 is not bad at all, and they even share what is on the inside of each card. And then this is the last pack. This is more like a vintage traditional look to me, and those are the choices that come, or that's the variety, not choices. Those are your variety that you get inside this box, and then this is what the inside of those cards say. Now, I thought that this was adorable. This is a countdown to Christmas, and the little discs actually come off, and they have numbers on the front and the back, so you can change them out when, you know, you're counting down the days. So these are $10, and I just wanted to show a close-up of the little furry collars. I thought that that was cute. They also had this one with the snowflake numbers, which I really liked. They also have these little hanging signs, which I thought were adorable. These were $6. They had two different choices. This one that says Mary in the green. And then they also had Noel in the red. Here's another shelf sitter. This is adorable, you guys. If you're putting that little gift set together with Dolly's like baking set, you can definitely stick this with it. Same colors, same theme. I would think that these would go perfectly together, any of these. Now these are a little bit on the larger side. These were $6 though. I don't think that that's a bad deal at all. But that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. I have been loving sharing all of the Christmas finds. You guys be safe, be blessed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.